Hey guys, welcome back to Snapping All In. I am your host, SomeOneHereAgo, joined as always by Baby Mario. Say hi.
Hey. Howdy.
We're very excited to bring you this episode. Lots of things have happened, but we don't have a lot to talk about except for those things that have happened.
For
um,
sure. Yeah.
but did that sentence make sense, by the way? I don't actually, I don't know if that sentence made sense, by the way, in retrospect.
So now
But
you
yeah.
guys see who's better at doing these introductions, you know?
Look, I'm a little bit tired, okay? I'm a little bit tired.
Oh, really?
Um, only a tad bit, but it's been a long day. But
Mm.
we're here. We're a little bit late, but that's only so now we can present to you the findings of Golden Gauntlet, and we don't have to speculate on it.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Oh crap! I just realized I didn't actually put the winning deck.
Oh,
I
no.
just realized.
Oh, no. Okay, we can bring
Don't
we
worry,
can
don't
pull
worry.
up
It's
and
gonna
then
be a
we'll
more personal journey, I think.
Yeah,
I think. Anyways. It's been it's been a rough week, but we're still in it. We're still in it, and we're committed to making these episodes, and we're committed to getting them out eventually.
eventually, exactly.
Eventually. Anyways, let's go. So first topic, were we right about all of our cards?
Mhm.
We both Mario and I rated them wildly. I think it was our most divergent we've ever been in our opinions on like almost every single card. I think we
Mhm.
were like significantly diverged from
Mhm.
each other, and so I want to hear what Mario's opinion is first on some of the cards that
Oh,
we
yeah.
have here.
So for those guys who don't know me outside of just the podcast, in a place where I usually end up hanging out on the Marvel Snap Discord, I have a deck that I have been using quite a lot recently. I use it to hit infinite, and I've been using it to hit to gain that 400 extra snap points from where I started. So I started around 7,700, and I'm at 8,100, and that deck is featuring Spider Punk. So as you might imagine, I was just a tad bit wrong on how good this card is. I think he's turning out to be one of my favorite cards of the season. I'm already like focused on splitting him, getting a good god split on the card. Like the card is not only is he a 3/5 after 3/7 after one move, but he's a 3/11 after two moves, and you don't even need to focus your entire game plan on him or like around moving him a ton for him to benefit. Although it does benefit if you do focus quite a lot around him. But even in my deck, the only thing I'm using really to move him is Ghost Spider, and well, obviously his self move. And honestly, even in just that format where you're barely moving him once or twice a game, like he is he is very good. Like a 3/7 is not something to scoff at. It's speed when you're hitting every single round of perfect curve, And a 3/11, well, we don't even need to talk about it. A 3/11 is better than what Gladiator is, and Gladiator has a significant discount. A significant downside. Obviously, it's not on the level of Human Torch and in the move category because don't get me started on that card. That card is absolutely broken and needs to get nerfed immediately. But this is I would say it's a solid one rock. I would lean maybe half 1.5 rocks. He's not two rocks. He's not broken. He's just a very, very good card, and I think he's probably going to go to a 3/2 after this season. Yeah, I'm very happy with the card. I love the
Yeah,
card.
dude,
I've been
honestly,
loving playing with him.
I will say it surprised me because he was data mined at a 3/2 with the same text, and when he was officially revealed at 3/3, I kind of did like a little like I I had to do a second take at that. I had to look at it twice, bro. It was like I was like 3/3. It doesn't need to be a 3/3. It's a scream on legs, bro. It's literally scream but on legs.
Basically.
It's
But it's not as
and the
cringe as
scaling
Scream.
is +4. This is not chump scaling, bro. This is like I-
4 after every move. Yeah.
like not even just like when you move him, but the fact that he can also move himself means that he can just go index and just be a 3/7 that moves, and I'm like,
He's
and
really
I'm just
flexible
remembering,
too.
and I'm just remembering like Nocturne. I was like, Nocturne got like punished for being a 3/5 that moved, bro. Like,
But to be fair, Doctor
yeah, it
also
had the
changed
location change,
location and stuff. Yeah.
but it's like Man, bro, like I would give up the location change for that extra 2 power, like on a Nocturne, and yeah, this is what that is. So I was like, I was surprised when you were rating it so lowly, but I
I
guess we both saw the white.
severely misunderstood how good this card was. I completely admit it is definitely my Jocasta for the season. This was my worst rating. This was the farthest I've been off on a rating
Did,
in
did
some time. I love this card. It has turned out to be one of my favorite cards of the season. We'll have to see when Prowler comes out because I really like Prowler as well.
you
But
think you'll have a
it's probably gonna be my
Jocasta
favorite
every
card of the
season?
season. So loving Spider-Punk.
Do
Yes.
you think you'll have a Jocasta every season, or?
I honestly I might I do have some pretty bad takes sometimes, especially when it isn't partaking to the archetype I usually specialize in.
You know what though? We should do like a segment in the future where we review our previous takes and like how they've aged over the months.
Yeah, how they've aged.
Right?
Oh
Like
my
we
gosh,
look
that would be
back to
so,
like
I actually
episode
really enjoy
one,
that. That'd be
bro.
fun. That could be fun. Yeah.
We go back to episode one. That'd be.
Yeah, we can go. We can like run a couple through. Yeah. So yes, the next card is Man Spider. Man Spider was a 5/1 for those of you guys that don't remember. Just a when on reveal merges with the last card you played. When this card merges, double its power. I did that from memory because I'm just that good at this. I'm so good at this. Man Spider. Okay, we were a little off on Man Spider. Okay. Before we get into the how we were a little off, it was not as meh as we thought it was going to be. That is not to say it is not meh. What we're saying, it's not like a balance leaning negative, or it's just a balance. It's a balance leaning positive.
Yeah.
But this card was severely overhyped, like way overhyped. Like people see a big card and that doubles, and they think, "Oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever!" Whoa, kind of thing, you know? And like,
Bro, you don't think very highly of people, do you?
I know, but it was like that. Like I saw someone in like Reddit or Discord, and they were like, "Oh, is Man Spider? Should Man Spider be a 5/1 that doubles only once a game?" Like, where is you coming? Where is this coming from? Like, of course he's good. He's just not that good. Like people are way overestimating this card. Like, very fun card, very cool card. He
It
is
goes
very
crazy.
decent. The issue, of course, is Shadow King, Shang, Mercury Cannonball. It just dies to interaction. You know, it's like Black Panther, but if Black Panther had recency bias.
I will say it is like the super ultra like glass cannon
Yeah.
deck. Like I played a friendly against one of my viewers, and I got destroyed by Man Spider combo, right? Like I'm playing Mr. Negative, and then this guy's playing an even taller combo. Like if you don't stop it from doing its thing, it's gonna do its thing, and then it's gonna do it, and he's gonna put like 1,000,000 points on board. And it's like not even 1,000,000. They're like it's once it reaches like 100, 200 levels, it's like thoroughly out of reach of almost everything, unless you're doing something equally as ridiculous. And usually negative isn't going that tall. It just isn't, right? Like
Yeah.
people are acting like negative is like insurmountable. It's very surmountable. It's very surmountable, especially with Man Spider. So
Yeah.
that's when I first realized it was better than I thought. Obviously, yeah, it does have that big weakness, right? On ladder, it's like, yeah, you're asking for it. If you just leave that there, you're asking for it to get Shadow King, bro. People are. We'll get into this later, but people were running Shadow King a lot. I think it was the most played card in Golden Gauntlet.
Okay. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
So like you're gonna be running into Shadow King on ladder. So like I mean, if it stays, you probably win. If it doesn't stay, if they interact with it, you're kind of dead. But yeah, it's a decent card. It makes merge archetype a real thing, sort of, kind of, sort of, kind of. There's also some weird interactions with it. Like the one I still can't wrap my head around. Well, I know exactly why it works. I just don't think it should work that way. Where if Blob absorbs Man Spider, Blob will double.
Yeah.
It's just so whack, bro.
Very whack. Yeah. It shouldn't be like that, probably. But yeah, again, Man Spider is a glass cannon card. Again, dies to any kind of interaction, genuinely, unless you're just not running Shadow King or Merc Ball or Shang-Chi, which is very unlikely because those are pretty popular cards right now, especially after Shadow King was the
Some
most
people
bought
just
cards of
aren't.
the Golden Gauntlet. Maybe not Shang-Chi, but
But yeah, I would not recommend running Shang-Chi,
No,
guys.
I wouldn't
Stop,
either.
stop it,
Shang-Chi's not a
stop
good
it.
card.
It's not gonna work.
No, it really isn't. But the next card, Superior Spider-Man, the Superior Spider-Man actually wasn't Superior Spider-Man turns. It was data mine like that, but it's actually just Superior Spider-Man.
But
Superior
this is what they
Spider-Man.
have. This is
Sorry,
what
what?
they have on their website. This is that's the picture from their website, I think.
Yes, but it isn't in the actual card game. The returns part isn't in the part and isn't in his
That's
name in the card game.
crazy. They lied to us.
They did lie to us, yes. But again, 3/4. If you guys don't, if I'm remembering off the top of my head, at the beginning of each turn, if you have cards in play with increased power +1 energy,
Yeah.
meh. I think I was probably a little bit more right on this card than someone was. We're taking turns
Yeah.
now. He was right on Spider-Punk. I was right on this card. He's just a card that gives you energy. He's not one rock. He is beautifully nice. Fine.
I was a little bit high on this card, and I think I rated him correctly in the difficulty of getting him online. In which, if you're playing this, you're playing things to get him online relatively easily.
Yeah.
The thing
basically.
is, I overestimated how useful that +1 energy actually is.
Yeah. That's
It's
basically
nice.
what it is.
It's nice, but like a lot of the time, if you're playing against a combo player and you're doing your like synergy thing, but it doesn't go like it doesn't double like Man Spider, you'll just lose anyways. It doesn't matter if you had like 6 extra energy throughout the entire game if none of your cards can make the numbers, right?
Yeah. Basically. That's
So,
what the
so
card is.
yeah, I think in another metagame he might prove to be really really good, but in this current metagame, it's just like it doesn't matter if you get him online. You're probably losing to some BS combo.
Oh yeah. 100%. Yes. It is
Oh,
a
man.
okay card, you know? I am not saying it's bad. I think it is probably up there on Energy Ramp. I think it's a pretty decent card. It's not better than Hope Summers. It's not better than Luna Snow. I still stand by that take. I think that you would very much rather run those two cards, but Super
Dude.
Spider-Man is perfectly fine.
Can we
Not
just talk about
bad.
like a side tangent for a second? I
Yeah.
remember when Hope Summers came out, I had such a bone to pick with Hope Summers. Like I ever since she came out, I felt like playing at her location is not actually a restriction or a downside. There's no, and this was like back when like Thanos like was like crazy, right? So like that also might have been coloring my opinion, right? Because
Yeah.
people were doing crazy stuff with Thanos and like doing and having hope to like fuel that like even more like I just remember thinking I'm like, oh come on bro, you haven't done anything, you just played on your location. I don't know, it just irked me so much that like to get the extra energy you didn't even have to do, there was no downside, there was no restriction. It felt, I mean, playing at a location is a restriction, but like most of the time, if you're doing that, you probably have some way of getting out of it, right? So it just felt to me so bad. And I remember thinking it should be every time you play at this location, +1 energy and -1 power.
It's a bit much.
And then
but,
starter had like a 3/5 or something.
yeah. Again, Hope Summer's probably better, but again, she is more synergistic. I don't think she's that good.
I don't know. I just remembered like the olden times when Thanos was crazy, bro. Like you weren't there. You weren't there. Like people were doing some stupid stuff. Like they were doing ridiculous crap with Hope Summers. Like it was crazy. Like you play 3 stones, you get rid of the stones, and it's like, oh wow, you have +3. I don't know. People were doing crazy stuff. Like it was genuinely like, it was too good at fueling the Thanos archetype. But that was more of a problem with Thanos. But we've moved past that. We've won. We've beaten Thanos. Thanos is no longer the meta tyrant.
Thank the good Lord.
Yeah. So Web Sling, the last card. I might have been a little bit over.
Might have.
But,
Might have.
but
Who was the
the
person that was
jury
saying this is an
still out on
auto-included
that.
move?
The jury is not completely done deliberating.
Who was the person that was saying this was like an auto-included move?
Dude, I still think it's better than Iron Fist, by the way. Just to be clear.
You don't run Iron Fist in move though. That's the thing.
I would.
Not in regular move. Not in heavy move.
Okay, look, I don't have all of the move cards. I don't have Sparky, bro. And I don't like Cloak, so like... so like, I prefer Iron Fist, but I would prefer this to Iron Fist. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. I think one turn Madam Web is pretty nice.
It is,
Pretty
yeah. I
nice.
think it's better in zombie decks, though. I think this is a good one cost spell in zombie decks that you can use to clear out a lane, and it also doesn't take up a board space. So it's like you just have more spaces to do what you want to do in that zombie Scarlet Witch lane. It's a perfectly okay card. I probably underestimated how good it would be in the zombie package, but it's definitely not a auto included move by any means. It's just it is a perfectly fine spell. If you picked it up, don't feel bad about it. Just run in your zombie deck if you enjoy zombies.
No, no, but one thing you can do with this that no other move card can claim to say, except for maybe a Red Wing, is that you can web sling Shuri and then Galactus, and then you move the Shuri out because of web sling, and so you can do Galactus stuff.
I feel like the way I was staring at the camera really explains how I feel.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's so fun. Well, I haven't done it because I don't have any of the cards, but it's just thinking about it, it makes me happy. So, it just automatically puts this in the top tier of move cards, right up there with Red Wing.
Sure, I guess. Whatever you want.
Bro is not convinced.
No, not at all. What do you mean? How are you convinced? This is not
Galactus
a
combo. What's
perfectly
wrong with...
okay card.
Look. Goblins, Shuri, Websling Shuri, Galactus.
That is the greatest cope I've ever heard, honestly. I don't really know how to feel about this one, guys. Help me.
Alright.
Mom can pick me
So
up. I'm scared.
as we can tell, we're still deliberating and deciding exactly how good this card is.
I think we know exactly how good this is, but someone is just coping so freaking hard right
Oh
now
my gosh.
that he
What
can't
would
help.
you do without me though? What would you do without me? What would this podcast be without me?
I could very easily run my own Thinker podcast. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. Let's move on. Let's move
Let's
on.
move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
All right.
Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, I guess we're gonna take a little side tangent. I'm gonna rant for a little bit. For those of you guys who don't know, over the past couple of weeks slash basically a month at this point, I've become a bit more of a Hydra Stomper connoisseur. So I play a lot of Hydra Stomper. Again, I played a Hydra Stomper. I played a Hydra Stomper deck to infinite. Like I said earlier, I'm quite enjoying the archetype. I've been playing it quite a lot, and I'm going to give what I consider to be an expert opinion on this card. I don't want to call myself an expert, so take this with a grain of salt. But please indulge me. Ezekiel Sims is a 2/2. After you play a card with higher power here, give this +2 power and move this to another location. Okay, I'm gonna go over the rock skill really quickly. I'm gonna ask someone what he thinks about the card, and then I'm gonna jump into a bit of little stuff about this card that don't really convince me, I have him at a balance leaning positive, which sounds a little weird considering what I just said. And someone, what do you think about this card?
So here's the thing. I genuinely don't I only play this stomper stuff for fun. I haven't really thought about it. So my first impression is that this is just better Silk, right? Obviously Silk's right there. But you're gonna disabuse me of that notion, as I can see.
We'll get to that. We'll definitely get to that at some point, yeah. So someone thinks this is a perfectly balanced card, and now I'd like to talk about why I don't think this is a better Silk, and why I think this is a bit of a side grade, maybe a downgrade to Silk. I do think that it's still...
No way it's a downgrade. No,
I think it is, because the way you think about this, Hydra Stomper, the Hydra Stomper package is Silk, Craven, Hydra Stomper, Sam Wilson, and Batroc. The idea of this package is mass moving. You want to move as many cards as you possibly can in every single turn. Some of you guys might know there's an alliance mission that's called Move Cards, and after I picked up the one that said Move Cards 25 times, and I got that one done in one game after playing Stomper. So you are moving.
That's actually crazy, bro.
Ton of cards. Especially if you're high rolling, I think Stomper is usually a better conquest, but we can get into the specifics if I ever do a Stomper theory once I get more experience with the deck, because I've really been enjoying it again. But the reason I think Ezekiel Sims is a side grade, maybe a downgrade, and I'm going to kind of lay it out in two main points, is number one, mass moving. When you're playing Hydra Stomper, you're playing Hydra Stomper to mass move cards. You're playing I want to move as much cards as I possibly can, as quickly as I possibly can, and Silk really fits the bill. Of course, unfortunately, Silk does let your opponent control where 5 power goes sometimes. But if you're smart about your Silk moves, it really doesn't matter as much. And if you think about Ezekiel Sims, you can really only move Ezekiel Sims one time a turn. You can't really play a 3 power and a 5 power card on the same turn, usually. Like, unless... I can't really think of a scenario where that would ever happen.
Turn 5?
A turn 5, but then at the same time you need to play him on 4 into turn 5 and also predict where he's going, you know? For Silk, it's a lot easier. Silk is like, she is 5 power, she's moving up, like, I've had games where she's moving like 10 times a turn sometimes. She's just jumping around all the time, you know? She's just back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, plus 2 power for Craven, 1 power for Stomper, plus 2 power for Craven. It's just back and forward, back and forward. It's just like that, you know? And then at some point, your Craven and Hydra Stomper just completely take over a lane, take over their lanes, and then your Silk just really doesn't matter in the late game because it's like, you know, usually just have enough points in and of itself. Obviously, this really depends on you drawing Craven and other stuff, but I just don't think Ezekiel Sims is a mass mover. Of course, he is a great scaler, which is why I have him at plus, at Balance Leaning Plus, because I think that he really does what you want him to do, in that it's like, You are moving a card, you're also scaling this card, so if you're not drawing Craven, you're still getting a +2 power on this card, and at the end of the game, if you're moving him a ton, he's a 2/6 to 2/8, which is not bad by any means, you know? The difficulty I have with this card is just he is a big deck building ask. Like, you need to have a curve out of 3 power, a 5 power, a 7 power, and a 9 power card. I have a deck that I currently have built right now that is waiting its moment for until tomorrow at 1 p.m. my time, where it will absolutely shine. Again, I think Ezekiel Sims is a deck building ask of a card, and I do not think he is better than Silk by any means, because Silk is mass moving. You know, and that is really what you're focusing on in a Hydra Stomper Craven deck, you know? And Hydra Stomper Batroc Craven deck, you know? Again, I don't think this is a bad card. I think this is a very fun card. And I do think he has like potential as a scaler in the Hydra Stomper deck, and I'm definitely going to test him out and give you guys a better opinion on him on the next episode.
Do you think?
Sorry, yes.
Do you think he goes in anything other than Hydra Stomper? No. Like, what else does he go in?
No, he doesn't. I just don't see any other deck that would want to do this. There's no other deck that would want to move a card and gain plus power.
Big move.
No, it doesn't go in big move either. No, because this isn't benefiting from like Madam Web or anything. You know?
Yeah, definitely not.
This is a purely Hydra Stomper card, you know?
Maybe, what if we're thinking about it wrong? What if he's not a move card at all? What if he's just, you put him in like a deck that plays big numbers? Like, for example, Ezekiel Sims, Surtur, Collapsidian.
No.
Yeah, we're bringing back Surtur's
Get
card.
away. Get away.
He's always gonna grow in that deck. What more can you ask for another scaler? That's what we want.
No, I don't like that. I'm not having it. No, I think again. It is a Hydra Stomper card. It was built for a Hydra Stomper type of deck, you know? And there are I think this is probably the only card that's going to release this season that's like this is a Hydra Stomper card, yet, like, no matter what. Like, this really doesn't belong in most other stuff, you know? And so, again, I think I'm very excited for this card. I have, this is probably the first time I've ever saved up for a card to buy it live, like, on release. I've never actually done that.
Are you actually going to do it live, though?
Oh, yeah. Maybe not live. I'd probably stream on the reset and maybe consider doing it.
Oh, by the way, people, both of us stream. Please check us out.
You don't need to.
I don't think we ever, like, mentioned that, but yes, we both...
Didn't, yeah.
We're both affiliate... Well, actually, he's an affiliate. I'm not, even though I fulfilled the requirement that Twitch just doesn't want to give me... Twitch just doesn't want to send me the invitation, apparently.
Sounds like a skill issue to me, dude. I don't know.
My God.
I don't know.
Oh my God! You see what he's doing to me, guys?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. All he has excuses.
Oh man.
But yes, well, we do technically both stream. You guys probably know who we are. If you're watching this, you probably know who we are already, so you probably know what our Twitch stuff is. But I guess we can link it in the description.
It's in our Discord bio. We'll also link it.
We can link it in the description, yeah. But again, Ezekiel Sims, very interesting card. I'm probably going to do this. I'm probably going to buy him live and play him and test him out live on Twitch. So if you guys do want to see some high level Ezekiel Sims gameplay, go ahead and head over to my Twitch, which is definitely a lot cooler than Someone Here Goes is. So no, but again, he's a perfectly. I think he's a very interesting card. I think he's going to be not a mainstay in regular Stomper decks. I think he's going to make a different type of Stomper decks. So very excited for the card. Yes, so you can move on to the next
slide. There are no rocks in our rock scale.
He is perfectly okay.
No, we need a symbol for like balance. It needs
yeah,
to
we
be,
do.
We need to figure something else.
We do.
We need to figure out something, bro.
We really do. Yeah.
All right, but next card, Chameleon. Ooh.
Okay.
Cerebral 3 card.
No, please, no. We don't need another one of these.
Oh my god. The devs didn't think C3 was good enough.
They really didn't. Yeah, they're like, yeah. I mean, it won the last tournament, but it really didn't. You know, yeah, sure. It needs more numbers. You know. So Chameleon is a 3/3 on reveal. Copy the text of another card here you played this turn. Okay, I'd like to quickly point out some discrepancies in this text. It says copy the text of another card here you revealed this turn. So, in other words, very, very strict restrictions. You need to play it here, play in the same location as another card. You need to play it the exact same turn as another card, and it is a 3-cost card.
I will point out it's not the exact same turn. It's just the same turn that is revealed. So you could put like under Invisible Woman, and they'll all reveal.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that very
like Malekith, I guess. If you like, if you play something there on turn 6. And then I don't know why you would be doing Malekith stuff with this, but you could.
You technically could, I guess. Again, -1 rock. I don't think this is a good card at all. I think the restrictions you've put on this card is just way too strict. Like he is just worse Prodigy. Like genuinely, I think I mentioned him already a couple of times. Prodigy is so underrated, dude. Like one of the most underrated cards in the game by a long shot. I just don't think this card is just doing enough. Like it's just like it's too heavy, first of all, and second of all, like what other 3 are you playing the same turn is it that you want to repeat? Like maybe Surfer, but Surfer sucks right now. I just can't think of anything. Like Invisible Woman, like you don't play Invisible Woman turn 6 with this card. Even on turn 5, it's almost a little too late. You know?
Yeah, it's really really strange because he could be like an absorbing man, but like. Besides Surfer, like maybe like Surfer maybe, but like Cerebral's like the only deck in which he might realistically be played in. I don't know if we're like forgetting something. The play patterns here are just so rough, bro. The fact that you have to play it at the same location on the same turn, usually, like unless you're doing the Invisible Woman stuff, then maybe you have a little more leeway. But it's usually going to be in the same turn if you're not specifically doing Invisible Woman. And that leaves like a 3+3 on turn 6 or a 2+3 on turn 5. But you don't want to be comping a 2-cost card with a 3-cost card. So it's usually going to be a 3+3 on turn 6, or maybe if you like do some cope and you have a limbo out, you played Magic, and then you can do a 4+ this, and then you get to Shang's. No, you get at the same location.
I mean, double Shang at the same location. It's insane that we're at this level of cope already.
This is not like maybe. Wait, actually, maybe.
Maybe what?
Just thought of this. Mr. Negative. Look. No. This is not as much cope as before. I'm not. This is actually. I had a serious thought. So, you're usually playing all your stuff out on turn 6, anyways, right? You can if you have a 0/5 Iron Man, you can play that 0/5 Iron Man plus Chameleon there. I think that alone, even on an empty lane, would be 8 × 2 × 2, so that'd be 32 by itself, right?
Okay.
And you'd be free to use all your other negative cards and your other 3 energy to do other.
I mean, it's confirmed then someone you need to buy this card as soon as it releases.
Oh, I'm a free-to-play player. I can't buy everything. Ah.
No, but if I had to give an actual guess where this card will be played, it would be Tribunal. Honestly, we were talking about this before the episode started. We were talking about stuff, and someone very accurately mentioned, "What about Tribunal?" I'm like, yes, this is a Tribunal card. This is exactly what this is. You have a Sarah and then an Onslaught, a discount, and you just Chameleon, Iron Man, and a bunch of other stuff, and you win. It's basically what it is. You know?
isn't the Ancient One just better though? Like in this
Oh yeah,
situation,
definitely.
why would you
It
play
is the
this over
ancient
the
one.
Ancient One?
You don't have ancient one. You play this if you don't have ancient one, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
but like, why would you have this card if you were wanting to play Tribunal? I don't know. It's just the numbers don't line up. But negative, I will I really want to try that actually. I really do
I mean,
want to try
if you
that.
save up 3K tokens and you just wait for him to rotate in on your Series 4, like it's very plausible you could just get
It
him.
could be. It. I mean, it does suffer from the from not being able to play it early, so you'd have to keep it in hand. So, I don't know like the like the how badly that would affect the like the math of Mr. Negative, but maybe could be
It could be
could
interesting,
be real.
yes.
See, this is why I couldn't this is why I couldn't bring myself to give him a negative rock. I don't think he's quite that bad. But like he's not good. He's not. I don't unless we're all missing something. Unless we're all missing something, I don't think we are. Like I already consider like activate, like ongoing, like it's like I like
Guess ongoing,
bro.
I guess.
Like this is like this is not it. It's just not it, bro.
No.
It's like Prodigy. Prodigy was much
It's
easier
too
to
cool,
fulfill. He was much. It's just Prodigy's better in this role.
Yeah, it's just worse Prodigy again. I think Prodigy is just so much better than this card.
But like your local C3 player will be very happy. So they'll have 3 Cerebros now.
Basically, yeah.
Somehow. I actually don't know how they'd order it. It'd be Cerebro on turn 5, and then Mystique plus Chameleon on turn 6.
I hate this. I hate that can happen.
So that's what 9 plus 9 to every 3 power card. Oh my god.
Yay,
Oh,
buff
that's-
Cerebro. I guess.
Yeah, and y'all think negative is a problem.
Yeah, basically. That's what it is.
Oh well.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Yes.
We got some new locations coming this season. Mosh Pit, end of turn. Give front row cards here, +1 power. So we finally
End
get
of
Dum Dum Dugan, but like in the form of a location. Bro, what happened to him? He was in the like the developer video, and then he just never showed up.
Wait, was he? I
He
don't
just
think
didn't
he
show
was
up.
in the. No, I don't think he was in the developer video.
No, he was in the video. He was.
I don't think so.
It's crazy. He was in the video, and then he just didn't show up. It was like some other card. It was wild. It was wild. I don't know. Like we were all thinking it was Captain. It was Carter season, and we was like, this is like the synergy with Captain Carter, right? Does that make sense? But like it just never appeared. But anyways, we finally get it in the form of of a location, which is great, I guess. Actually,
It is-
now that I think about it,
An okay
It's just
location.
worse
I have
than
no
your
issue
island.
with it.
Mosh Pit is just worse Mirror Island.
Yeah, basically. But
Oh man, it's not even as
way
exciting
cooler
as I
looking.
thought. Oh my god, what is this, bro? Second Nurse finally run out of ideas.
No. It's
Oh,
cool, right?
no.
Actually, it does make sense. Mosh pit because like you're closer to like where the band's playing. So you're at the front row,
Yeah.
you front row seats and stuff. You're in the mosh pits.
Yeah, and then you lose your hearing.
You lose your hearing. Yeah. It's
Parker
okay.
Industries,
Parker Industries is definitely the cooler of the two locations, I will say.
but you
Parker
can only
Industries
play
is
one
a
card.
+2 energy. You can only play one card. Yeah, basically.
So
Sure, it's just ramp. You play one card, which is just Electro, but for one turn.
this on turn 2 gives me turn 2 negative.
I hate that. I hate that. That is a possibility.
You're gonna see me be playing negative. I'm gonna get the turn 2 negative. Trust me. When this location becomes the feature location, I'm gonna get the turn 2 negative.
I hate this. I hate that is something that you can't
Dude,
do.
it's great. Turn 2 negative is like it's a real special treat. The only thing that beats it is turn 1 negative, and that's only happened like once or twice in my entire life.
That is.
It's only when you get the location that gives you +5 energy. So I've gotten turn 1 negatives before. Oh, let me tell you, folks, it's beauty incarnate.
That is certainly something. I would say.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, as you can tell, we don't have anything more to say about this. This is not very interesting. But you know what is interesting? Golden Gauntlet World Championship. Dun dun dun. So, as you all well know, I participated in the Golden Gauntlet World Championship. I qualified last month in qualifiers 3, and I brought negative, as you all expect, as you all can
What?
expect.
Who would
I
have
brought
thought?
brought Mr. Negative, but I did make one change from my list before. This time, instead of Scroll, I brought Red Guardian. Why did I do that? Mobius is a 3/3, so you could theoretically it's actually possible to hit him with Red Guardian sometimes. Now, spoiler alert, I actually never did that. It never actually lined up. But that's not my fault. That's the fault of the psychopaths who were playing the Mobius decks. Bro, like, some of these people, like, it's the craziest. Bro, I don't even know how I managed to do as well as I did. I'll tell you after. Well, I guess you'll count. You'll be able to count how well I did. Spoiler, I did not make it to top 16, so not
In other
not
words, you
quite
suck
there.
at the game. Yeah.
No, I can legitimately say that top 16 was stolen from me, bro. It was stolen, and it was stolen by the worst location in the game. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I
So,
hate that I have to agree.
game 1, this is my opponent. Great matchup, right? This is a great matchup against me. He's got nothing. All he has is Red Guardian and Shadow King. Shadow King I don't really care about. Red Guardian? So what? I have Mr. Negative. It doesn't matter if he's Red Guardian my Ravona. I'll have already played my Mr. Negative, right? Right? And that's how it should have been. That's how it should have been, right? It should have been an easy victory. And it almost was. It was like game 4 or 5 or something. I was down. No, it was 5. I think it was 5 because it was like the double cubed, the auto snap, right? So we were like in the late game. I'm about to win. I'm on 4 and he's on 1. He's on his last life. He's about to lose. I draw Ravona and Mr. Negative, and I'm like, oh my god, I did it. I've done it. I'm gonna start my journey, and then the third location reveals, and it's Ego. Ah! Ego then proceeds to play the worst game of Mr. Negative you've ever seen in your entire life. Actually, you're not gonna see it. That's how bad it is. I didn't bother to record it. I burnt the footage. Bro, I had Mr. Negative in hand, and Ego doesn't play him, obviously. Ego also doesn't play Magic. You'd think Ego would play Magic. No. Ego instead chooses to play Rogue on nothing. By the way, there's like 5 ongoings in here. like that Rogue could have been pretty useful, even played randomly, but no. Ego chose the exact worst series of plays to make to lose me that game. And then obviously the next game I don't draw as well, so I just lose the next one as well. Ego completely stole me this match. And it ended 0-1. Dude, when this happened after it was over, I've changed my mind. I used to think Ego was like, oh, ha, 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 Ego, we snap on Ego. This is a fun game. It's like, oh wow, it happened. Oh, let's clip it. But when there's real stakes on the line, when it's important, when it matters, every single thing matters. This is the worst location in the entire game. Second dinner, remove this from tournaments, from conquest mode. You have to, please. It almost happened on stream. You don't want to wait until it happens to the championship. You don't want to wait until it happens to finals, and the finals is decided by Ego, because people are gonna murder you if that actually happens. It happened to me. It can happen to all of you. Please join the cause. Remove Ego. Let's petition second dinner. And that is my TED Talk. Thank you for coming today.
Honestly, it was so funny because I woke up very late for the tournament. I woke up like an hour after the tournament started because I had nothing going on. I stayed up a little later than I should have the night before. And it's funny because I woke up to a DM from someone that said, "Fuck Ego! It was my favorite. It was my favorite message I have ever received from anyone in my life. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen ever. Like genuinely, I loved it. It was because before this, I never heard someone. I had never seen someone like curse in Discord before. Never. And that was the very first time I saw it.
It was friendly, but there are times and places for
it was so funny, dude. It was so funny. I just sat back and watched the chaos. He like blew up my DMs because he was like so pissed at Ego.
Oh yeah, like, I blew up your DMs. We were having a friendly, nice,
yeah,
civil conversation.
but I do agree with him. Ego should be removed from the conquest format. It was very funny because that very same day, like about 20 minutes after, I went on to like play a gold conquest on my own, and my final game was like an Ego game, and it's not, you know. So I think that they need to remove Ego from the conquest format just to make it impossible for like friendlies and for like and for that. It just needs to not happen.
Well, it's fine in friendlies. The problem I have is that when there's real stakes, when there's
exactly. We do championships through friendlies, so just remove it from the conquest format. That's all you have to do.
Yeah. Okay, so I was stolen what was a rightful victory. By the way, like, okay, I will admit I was not playing the best, right? It shouldn't even have gotten to 4-1, right? I blundered a 4-cuber. I should have been winning 8-1. Hey, like, look, I know I made mistakes, but I did not deserve to lose this game. I should have won, and it's crazy that I didn't. And this is the thing that cost me getting to top 16. This is
honestly, all I hear is skill issue, dude. All I hear is a skill issue.
Oh my god, I can't even with you. I can't believe this.
Oh, it was so awesome.
All right, so then we move on to game 3. You heard me right. Game 2 didn't happen. My opponent did not show up, so I got an automatic 10-0. Game 3 is this abomination. We go from me losing to Ego to me facing the absolute. Do you understand? What is this? This is the hard counter, the most hard counter of all hard counters, bro. You can't. You know, this is the stuff that makes me believe in deck-based like matchmaking, like, right? You like people talk about that, and it's like you don't understand until you've had an experience like this. You don't understand where they're coming from, bro. Like it's unreal.
Everyone point and laugh at the negative guy. At the negative gamer.
We have Mobius, we have Red Guardian, we have Shadow King, we have Chang-Chi and Enchantress, and optionally Nico location change spell. Like, I mean, it's like so we have 6.5 tech cards, bro. It's like I don't like I managed to be faced against the one guy, the lunatic, bro. Like, what is his points package? His points package is Vision and Gwenpool and Mysterio and Sasquatch. That's it. That's all he's doing for points, by the way. So like, I don't even know what he thought he was doing. I felt like personally attacked almost by looking. I looked at this and I could not believe my eyes when I saw like, oh, you know, like your next match is here. Like, I could not believe my eyes when I matched up against this, because it's literally, I didn't consider this as my worst case scenario. I never considered that someone would actually play a deck like this. I didn't even think this was not my worst case scenario. This was worse than my worst case scenario. I never thought a single that there would be a person who would do that. Bro's living years in the past. It's oh my god. It's actually crazy. And the even crazier thing is that he still couldn't beat me. I'm too good. Oh my god, I'm too powerful! Bro had all the tech, and he still couldn't beat me! Oh my god.
This has been the greatest segment in Snapping All in history, I will say. Look, greatest segment of Snapping All in history.
I need to glow, okay? I'm the victim here, okay? I'm the victim here.
You're playing Mr. Negative, you can shut up. You're playing Mr. Negative, really? You can shut up.
You think this is better? You like this better?
Yes, this is better than negative. 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 Yes.
I
If
can't
he was
believe
running the Hydro Summer points package, I would have root for this guy over you. Come on.
Bro is not. This is not your friend. This
He
is
is a
not your friend.
100% my
He
friend.
will
If he
killmonger the
swaps
Mad
out
Thinker.
Merlin, if he swaps out Nico, Merlin, Mysterio,
He's gonna
and
Enchantress
Sasquatch and
your
Good
Hydro
Vision for
Stomper.
like the
He's
Hydro
gonna
Stomp package,
Killmonger
he
Batroc
wins, dude.
and your Mad Thinker. He's gonna Red Guardian your Silk. He's gonna bro like don't the Shadow King. You're like your
Shh.
bro. Like, this is not.
We're
No,
friends,
this is
dude.
not
Shh, we're
anybody's
friends,
friend,
dude.
bro.
Shh,
This
me
is
and him
not
are friends.
anybody's
We're very
friend.
close friends.
So, so I play against this monstrosity, and I somehow managed to come on top. I'm gonna say I got a little bit lucky. I was fighting for my life. I did get a little bit lucky. I won like a 1-4, right? And that decided it. Like I went all in like four. I had 4 cubes left, and that was it. And so yeah, so realistically, I should have lost to this. Like, let's be clear, this was not favored. I should not have won. This guy, he didn't make any major mistakes except for like bringing this deck to Golden Gauntlet. That was the original mistake. Play wise, he played fine, right? Like it's there was nothing wrong with his play because there's almost nothing you can do wrong against Mr. Negative with this sort of deck. But like, okay, but anyways, I have to stop myself. Moving on from this month, no words. Game 4. So this I go against this deck. Not the best thing for me to be seeing, but certainly not the worst. I can deal with this. This is like a mid-range. Like I'm actually not sure what this is supposed to be doing. Like I don't even know what this, like this is a cook, bro. I don't. Black Ghost Spider, like it's just a bunch of random good cards that were. It's a good cards pile, bro. It's a good cards pile, except like the good cards are like Ghost Spider and Black Cat and like Herbie. It's like bro, like it's like.
I mean, Herbie and
it's
Ghost Spider are really good.
Yeah, I mean it's a good cards deck, and all the cards are in it are good. There's no real synergy here. It's just a pile of cards that are good and like 2 tech pieces, 3, 4.5.
1,
3.5.
2, 3 text pieces.
So like
1, 2, 3, 4.
it depends on how you count this stuff.
5.
Yeah.
Five
So anyways, this is not the worst matchup I could possibly face. This was like compared to the other guy, this guy's a saint, bro. Like Cosmic Ghost Rider, easy to play around. The main concern here is Negasonic, right? So Negasonic is so good, right? Because usually with Mr. Negative, you're throwing priority, or you just can't get priority. Let's be clear. Sometimes you just can't get priority, and so your opponent, if they have a Negasonic, they basically have free reign to blow up one of your cards. Just any card they pick, they're gonna blow up that card that you wanted to keep. If I want to play Gore, no. If I want to play Iron Man, no. I have to sacrifice one of my negative cards to the altar of Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and I lost the sacrifice. We played. It was 4 games, right? The first 2 were like retreats, and then like I won a 2-cuber, and then game 4 of match 4, right? We both went all in for 8. I had my negative combo. I had Gore, I had Mystique, and I had Taskmaster. And I was less than 20 behind in all lanes. So if I just played them out, I could win each lane individually with one of those. However, I knew he had Negasonic. He had already played his Cosmic Ghost Rider. He had already played like the other tech piece. So it was all about the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And we both bet 8 cubes on this, and I called where he wasn't going to play the Negasonic, so I managed to save my Gore, but I missed the call with Mystique, so he blew up my Mystique, and then my Taskmaster didn't have anything to copy, so I lost. I got out mind game. I will say this is my first real loss. This guy beat me, plain and simple. He out mind gamed me, he outskilled me. Good on him, good job. Doesn't make it any less frustrating for me because, like with these sorts of mind games, in the end when it's like, why did I play there? Why did I? Like we have hindsight, right? We always like knowing what happened. We're like, why did I know that? Why couldn't I figure it out? Why didn't I know he was gonna play there? It's like You gotta learn to live with it. Sometimes you lose the shot, you lose the coin flip, you make a good bet, but you lose anyways. That's what happens sometimes in life. And so after this, I was at 2-2. So like I didn't have much hope of like getting into top 16, but I decided to continue play just on that vain like 1% chance that perhaps maybe I get cosmically lucky and everyone else's internet servers like crash. And then I'm by default the number one player or whatever. Yeah. Next game 5. Finally. A normal matchup. A normal game of Marvel Snap. Nothing crazy, nothing weird. Just a guy playing Scream. Just a guy playing Scream and Cosmic Ghost Rider. And the most fair version of Scream, by the way. Like you're going up the ladder with like Polaris, Stegron, Arrow, Magneto. This is like the most fair, balanced version of like the Scream archetype you could possibly get. And I really appreciated him. And I showed my appreciating by absolutely dominating. Yeah, this was a completely free matchup. I'm sorry, guy. You didn't bring a bad deck. The matchup was just crazy bad in your favor. Mr. Negative Stomps. You didn't have anything to stop me besides Cosmic Ghost Rider. And obviously, I think you had that, so I wasn't going to let that stop me. So, I'm sorry. It wasn't close. It wasn't close. I just had the advantage. You brought on reveals. I brought gore. Like what can I say, bro? Like I have free reign for Ravonna into Mobius. It's not really a contest. This is why you folks should always bring Echo. That's the only thing that I'll accept to stop me. If you bring an Echo and you beat me, I won't be mad. I won't be mad if you beat me with Echo. Any other tech card, I will crash out. And I will call you cringe.
Very cringe. I run Mobius. And Juggernaut. And Mark Ball. I'm having fun.
I don't think I faced a Juggernaut player, so I was doing alright. Game 6. It's this abomination. I have another terrible matchup with a Mobius player. This is Mobius Gamer right here. This is by far my toughest matchup. It ended up being harder than even the other guy with the all tech because his deck was not functional, right? It was just pure tech. It was just stopping me at every turn, but like it doesn't mean his game plan was all that good to begin with. So like the moment he failed to stop me, I would be able to beat him. This however, oh my god. This felt, if I thought the other one was a direct attack on me, this was like reaching into my soul, reading it, and crafting the perfect thing to twist the knife, like to open the lock of my soul and to twist the knife in the. This is the most sick, disgusting Mobius deck I've ever encountered. There's no words to describe this. Like, Loki, first of all, like, you look at Loki, that's crazy, bro. Why are you playing Loki? Bro was playing Loki in Golden Gauntlet. Loki's a crazy pick, right? Like, look, I know everyone's bringing a good deck. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to do their game plan, bro. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works, bro. So Loki. Then we have the normal, like, Wiccan lines. Quicksilver plus bunch of 2s. It was not very consistent Wiccan game plan. I will be honest here. Adam Warlock is questionable. Merlin is like standard. I was not happy about this Merlin. Obviously, I like my limbos. Penny Parker was an interesting pick. I don't know why he plays Penny Parker. I don't know if it actually helped him in any game. I don't know if there was a game where I saw Penny Parker and Spider. I'm like, well, I lost. I just lost. He played Spider. I lost the game. He can now play a Oh wait, he has no 5-drops. So what is he ramping into? Why are you playing Penny? Do you see what I mean? This is not real, bro. Like this, I don't know, copycat, whatever. But then we have Dual Evil. It's bad enough to be running Mobius. It's bad enough, right? You're already a cringe gamer, bro. You're running Mobius. You can't, like, oh my god. But to run Rogue on top of that is diabolical. Diabolical, I tell you. Because you're countering my counter? You're not allowed to do that. Why? Oh my god, bro, this caused me so much grief. Because even if I snapped, because I had Ravonna, Mr. Negative, and Rogue, I could not be safe. I could not feel safe and waiting, and I could not, because they had a Rogue to steal back the Mobius that I rogued from them. It's actually crazy. I don't know why you would play Rogue in this list, by the way. Just like Penny Parker, I don't know what you're doing. This list felt like tailor-made to be the worst thing I could possibly find on ladder. Like for example, the Loki thing. He once played Loki plus copycat Mr. Negative on turn 4. The disrespect I felt at that moment was immeasurable. I don't know who this guy is, but I felt absolutely humiliated and insulted. Bro, this is crazy. So yeah, to top it all off, we have Wiccan, Alliance, and Galactus. It's like the Alliance is like. You would think the Alliance would come into more play here. It almost never made the difference. It was like by the time we got to turn 6, either I was already dead or I had managed to sneak in a win somehow. How this ended up is I won, like barely, bro. It was the most hard fought game of my entire run in the Golden Gauntlet championship tournament. It came down to the wire. I couldn't even explain to you why I won. I just happened to slowly like stay in the game, and in the final game I pulled off a light negative, and I had cards, and he didn't get the 1 and 3 to get the Omniversal, and so I pulled off a victory in the end where I really shouldn't have. I'm gonna be real. This is another one of those decks where I was like, I got a little bit lucky to win. It was really rough. If I had this is one of the ones that I wish I had saved. I hope that anyone listening here, the lesson they can take away from this is that Mobius is not the end all be all against Mr. Negative. Any aspiring Mr. Negative players, you can win. You can overcome this. It will just be very, very hard, and you need to be really familiar with what you're doing. I promise you, this was not easy, and I got lucky still. So we move on to the hardest game I fought to. Arguably the second hardest, maybe tied with the Mr. Tech Monster. Mr. Tech Monster.
Mr. Tech Monster is insane.
We have this. So, for those of you who don't know, this is basically the list I lost top 16 back in qualifiers 3. I lost to like a variation. I think it's almost exactly the same except for maybe Shadow King or Red Guardian. I'm not sure. It's almost exactly the same list, but I lost to this in top 16 in qualifiers 3. And I finally made my revenge. Oh my god. Woo! So, this is one of those surprisingly difficult matchups. You would... I don't even know if it's surprisingly difficult. It's just, they just have the pieces. Supergiant is really rough. Even if you have Mr. Negative, they stop you from playing Jane or Magic. So if you haven't already played Magic, you're not getting a turn 7, and you're not getting Jane. That really hurts your chances of drawing the good negative cards, right? Not to mention, they have Enchantress and Negasonic. So if you want to play your cards out early to beat the Negasonic, you're going to get Enchantress on the back end. And if you wait, If you play your cards, if you let them gain priority, then you're gonna get Negasonicked when you try to play your cards. So it's like a catch-22. This deck is miserable. It was miserable to play against. Miserable. And frankly, I pulled off I pulled off a win, but like it came down to like a matter of luck. I think I drew the right cards at the right time, and I employed the strategy of actually, I would rather my cards not get blown up. It's fine if you enchantress them. At least they still have numbers. That is the strategy. So I decided to pick my poison essentially. And I had a game where I managed to get like the negative cards. I managed to I just played it out early. It was one of the ones where you can't retreat near the end. So I played my cards out early. He has no choice but to stay. So I avoid the Negasonic. And even though he enchantressed me on the back end, I just had the numbers and I was able to win the other lanes. So this was also a very rough matchup. Ghost Spider, by the way, crazy work. I didn't win him any games. To be clear, the two people who brought Ghost Spider that were not playing move, they didn't win. The Ghost Spiders didn't actually win them any games. I don't know if this is as legit as people are making it out to be. Okay, like maybe it works, but like. It didn't happen. It didn't work out, I guess. But maybe that's why I won, because it didn't work out. The Ghost Spider didn't work out for them. But this is the end of my Golden Gauntlet journey. I ended with 5-2. Unfortunately, you needed 6-1 or better to guarantee top 16. 5-2, you could make it in, but because I lost that first game, because I got absolutely scammed, my opponent win percentage was essentially in the dumps. So I had no shot of recovering my opponent win percentage. I ended up 37th place, almost last of the people who ended 5-2, and even second place to another Mr. Negative player, which is something I deeply resent. No, he's great. Gromley is great. But like, also one more thing. By the way, when we were doing the tournaments, in the server they have the places you can go to if you want to be picked to be shown on Twitch on the live stream, and I was there every single game. And on game 7, I was like, it's full. I don't want to wait, so I'm not gonna stream my game. And that's the game that they chose to show a Mr. Negative player, and they didn't pick me. It should have been me on the big screen. I can't believe it. The one time, oh my god, I felt. Oh, this whole Golden Gauntlet is like, they stole everything from me. My sanity, my ego, as you could call it. Man, yeah, it was rough. It was rough, but I enjoyed the experience, and I would do it again. If only to spite ego. But that is the end of today's episode, I think. I don't know if Mario has any more thoughts. Thank you for listening to my recounting of Golden... Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Cerebro 3 won. We were mentioning Cerebro 3 earlier. This is why. Cerebro 3 managed to win. People were shocked, because there were 4 move gamers in top 8. It was like 50% of people, and Cerebro ended up winning. So it was a wild match. If you didn't catch it, you should definitely go watch the replay. But in the end, we finally get here, guys. Thank you for watching all this time. This is a relatively short episode. We're getting this out late, so
Yep.
we didn't have the time to like fully prepare. Also, we were busy, and as you can tell, we didn't have like all the segments ready. We promise next time will be even better. It will be better. We'll do a better job. But in the meantime, we would love for you to like, comment, subscribe. Please, please, please up those engagement numbers. We're trying to become officially sanctioned, I guess. I don't know what the word is. What is the word, Mario?
Basically, officially sanctioned, yeah.
Officially sanctioned by Second Dinner as official content creators. And anything you do helps. As long if you can juice the numbers, we can show Second Dinner. We can be like, hey, look, the people love us. Please give us gold, and also they will give us. As far as we know, I think I should say, they will give us from time to time codes so that we can do giveaways. So it is in your best interest. There's like 10 people total who comment, bro. Like if we do a giveaway, you have like a 1 in 10 chance of receiving it. Like like come on, you guys, please up the numbers. You have a chance to win something free. Like if you're not doing it for us, do it for your own self-interest. But yeah, we appreciate it. Mario is looking down to the ground, dejected. Bro is suffering.
I'm very tired right now.
We're all tired, bro.
Yeah, we're very But again, thank you guys so much for watching, for listening to Someone Rant, and like, comment, subscribe. Again, we love to see all those little numbers, comments. We love interaction. Please interact with us. Thank you. And I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and finish it off here, and hopefully see you guys in the next one.
All right, bye, guys.